So how can a student who is unable to read, how can they read music notation or read the lyrics of a song? How can a student who's unable to talk participate in singing activities? And how can a person who has limited use of their hands or their arms learn to play an instrument? How can a person who has very disruptive behaviors or who's very agitated or who doesn't tend to focus, how can they participate in a percussion ensemble, for example? So let's look at a few basic principles for dealing with challenges like these that you may encounter in your music education classroom or as a music teacher. The first is just to relax and not worry about adapting every single activity to meet the needs of every student in the class. That's just not necessary, and it's completely an unreasonable expectation. After all, typical kids don't pay attention to every word or focus on the music every minute either, so there's no need to expect our kids with special needs to participate fully in every single music learning experience. So instead, we should probably just focus on teaching the group as a whole, providing interesting music learning experiences, and everyone, and to help each student, to help the group as a whole develop skills in music and knowledge about and interest in music. And everyone's sort of washed along with the tide, regardless of their individual differences or their learning limitations, just by exposure, just by participating in the class. Now, having said that, as a music therapist, I love to help music educators and music teachers find a way to help youngsters participate in a significant way in at least one music activity in a class each day. For example, they might use a guitar in open tuning. For a selected song with the group, they would play a guitar with open tuning. Or I've had students play electric bass, but it's not plugged into an amp. So doesn't have to be exact musicality in order to participate in that ensemble. A person may play finger cymbals or some finale to a song, just a single finale, or an introduction to a song. A person may have handbells where they play just one or two notes at selected times. The person may be very limited, and what they would do would be to be the person who chooses between two songs of which song the group will do next in rehearsal. I have one student who is in her junior high and high school marching band. She's a very cooperative and very friendly young lady, but very limited. And she participated in pit percussion. She had a very soft mallet and just had a few times that she was to play her instrument. And her lack of musicality, again, didn't interfere with the ensemble of the band. She was elected band sweetheart her senior year. So she did participate and contribute to the ensemble, but just not in so much of a musical way. Now, that's sort of an ideal situation, and many times all of this is easier said than done. After all, as a music teacher, you are expected to assist every single student, dozens of students in a class at a time, and then be expected to at the same time help these youngsters with specific needs, adapting music learning experiences, even for people who have significant learning issues, and sometimes dealing with difficult or disruptive or destructive behavior, and encouraging compliance and encouraging teamwork, encouraging communication. So it's very difficult to do all of that while being responsible for teaching the class also. And so West Music is dedicated to providing some resources for that. So please feel free to let us know what challenges you're dealing with so we can brainstorm some ideas. You can just add a comment to this video, vodcast, or you can send me an email, and you can see the contact information connected to this podcast. So I look forward to hearing from you.